I quit. Seriously, like that's basically what I did, because I just got back from a 2.5 month trip where I've been completely away from the business, which seems crazy, right? Because it's not like I'm kind of away. I'm like, I just let go. I just, let my team do their thing, close my laptop. That's it, right? And today I want to share my lessons and insights that I've learned from that, and obviously what happened as well. It's not enough to just do your work and hopefully you'll grow. You can do a lot more than you actually believe. So first things first, this longer trip, like 2.5 months trip, is actually not that rare for me, because I've always started my business as a remote first business. Even before it became a thing due to COVID, I've always done it like that, as a remote first business, because I love to travel. Like me and my wife, we usually do the shorter trips, like 3-4 weeks ish, but occasionally we do the longer trips. Like I've been to Australia for 6 months for a couple times, actually, to Argentina for 4 months, Canada for a couple months. So just those kind of things where we just live in a certain place to really experience it in a different way. I've always done it I'm still working there. It's like a workation, right? In different types of capacity. Like earlier on, it was I was full on working. I even had co-working space. So I literally just went into work mode every single day. But then later on, it became less and less, and it was maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, as there's always stuff to do, right? And this time it was completely different. This time, for the first time, we went for a longer trip with kids, right? Our youngest was 3 months old at the time, so just a newborn, and our oldest is 2 years old. And we figured, it's time for a break. Let's take the family, go for an awesome adventure together, which is why we went to Bali in Indonesia, right? And I was actually intending to still do some work. Not as much as before, but some, right? So I told my team, I'm going to be available. And funny enough, the moment I just left the airport, essentially, my team got together and they essentially said, well, let's try to avoid him having to do anything, which was great, because literally when I got there on the first day, I was like, let's just take my foot to the gas and let's just essentially let go of the business for a while, see what happens, and just take that distance, right? So I can just fully take in that moment with the kids and with, just taking it all in, which has been phenomenal for starters, right? So right now I'm back in the Netherlands, in rainy, cold the Netherlands, and I figured to look back in terms of what did I actually learn from that, and that's again what I want to share with you today. And the very first thing, and I mentioned this before, literally anything is possible. Anything you want to achieve, as long as you believe it, is possible. And if you would have told me in the past, you can start a business and it can do it can be a 7-figure business and it can have all these things, awesome, and you can just walk away from it and it will still just keep on growing, I would not have believed you, right? I would not have believed you. And yet here we are. I literally just went away. There was not a lot of preparation in advance. There was not I need to have all these kind of calls to be able to do that. I could literally just tell my team right now, hey, I'm gonna be away for the next couple months, and they'll be all right. They'll know exactly what to do, right? And that has been amazing. So really, anything is possible, and that is a first big lesson, which is important, but we tend to forget it. I tend to forget it oftentimes. And the second one is important to me as well, and that is success is measured in different ways, right? Because I am confident that if I were to be the person that's screw that, I'm not gonna travel, I'm not gonna enjoy all that time with my family, all I'm gonna go into work mode, because my business needs to be the biggest there is, right? I am convinced that if I would be that person, and I have been in the past where business growth was faster than it is today, my business would be growing faster, right? And it would be, adding extra zeros to my bank account every single day, every single month. Sure, awesome, right? And while I'm still partially that person, I like to, maximize the business and grow as fast as I can. That's not my only definition of success. And then that really, I already knew that, but that really got to me more when I was in Bali, because being able to spend all that time, right? Away with the family, imagine being on the beach, just having no agenda, no schedule, nothing to do, just letting the kids play and learn to swim and whatnot. Well then, maybe, checking my phone, seeing someone on Facebook saying, maybe bragging about, the 100 million or whatever they just done. It's that's great for them, right? But at that point in time, I'm not sure who's better off. I like to believe I was. In my own reality, not compare for them, that was perhaps best. But in my reality, having that luxury of just being completely away with the family, being there for them while still, you know, having the business to grow along my side, while still being financially independent, like all that, like the best of both worlds. That's been like there's multiple definitions of success, and I think it's important to know what success means for you rather than optimizing for someone else's measurement of success, because I think that's a lose-lose essentially. And then also thirdly, which is really in line with that, is that it's not just about growth of your business. Even though, again, I like to grow and I'm still that person who just wants to grow, but I can actually envy those who don't want to. Like, for example, I met a really cool guy in Bali, and he wasn't like, oh, my business needs to double every single year, right? He was actually okay with less than that, because he said, like, I want to have the lifestyle as well, which sort of like rhymes with what I just mentioned. There's different levels of different ways of describing success, or like how you define success, right? He had, you know, his other parts of his life are like superb, like you know, great relationships with the kids, great relationship with his wife, like a lot of time spent on other things. And really good quality of life, because he didn't just want to optimize the business for the just growth. So growth is not everything. And I'm probably mentioning this more to myself than to anyone else, because I've always grown the business with, like, you know, it needs to grow as much as it can. Otherwise, like, I don't know, like that's just the only option. To be quite honest, that's still my mentality, but I do see the other part as well. I do see that, you know, I envy those who don't have that. Let's put it like that, perhaps. So maybe that's sort of like a lesson still in progress, I guess. And then my fourth lesson, which is something that I've reiterated here on this channel before, is that, you know, when you truly let go, when you have people on the team, like, it's easy to have people on the team, but when you truly let go so that people can actually have their own responsibility, you actually give someone else your responsibility, you don't catch the mistakes if something goes wrong, you truly let them do their thing, awesome things happen. Like, they can actually grow ahead of like what you imagine. I'll give you a clear example, right? So as you probably know, like in my business, which is a viral, I'm a face that we use in our marketing, right? So when there's ads, you see me dancing like a monkey on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever, right? And obviously while I was away, I wasn't able to record videos, and I was planning on doing it like ahead of time. I said, like, yeah, I can still do videos, but again, while I was away, my team just took control, because they really had ownership, like they really cared, right? So William, our marketing manager, he was like, I need new video ads, right? And sure, I can go to Wilco to actually take care of that, right? But he then just grew and like, you know what? I'd never done that myself. I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna go. He went out, took a camera with him, started recording video ads. First time, didn't quite work. New batch. Let's try again. Let's see what we learned from that and do better, right? And I think it was like 2 or 3 iterations, and he actually crushed my ads. His ads were performing better than mine were. Why? Because I truly stepped away. I literally just let him do his thing, right? And he decided himself to do that. He would never have done that if I were to still be there. And because I let go, he raised the bar. Right? He did it. And that's just one of many examples that I've saw. Like, I've seen quite a few different examples throughout the team that would not have happened if I were to still be there. So if you're taking away anything out of this video today, is like, try to step away. Like, you're not as important as you are in the business. Yes, we all like to think we are, and it's like letting go in the business is the hardest thing probably as an entrepreneur to do. Yet it is also the one thing that will make sure that you're not going to be the bottleneck for your business to grow throughout the next phase. Like, it is a critical skill to learn to let go. And one of my hacks to do it, my workarounds, because it's not always easy, is to just remove myself from the situation, right? Like, for example, going on a trip, going on a longer trip, and just see what happens, right? And then come back, it's like, wow, this went really well. And I mean, that's how I learned to truly let go. So there you have it, guys. Anything is possible. Success is measured in different ways. It's not just about the growth. And if you actually step down, if you actually, you know, let go of things, other people will actually rise and they will actually truly grow in their role as well. So that's it for today, and with that, I'll see you all soon. All right, cut, we're done here, let's wrap it up. Oh, well, sorry, you're still there. Well, in that case, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel where I share marketing tips, tricks, and strategies that will help you grow your business faster. So you can click on the subscribe button right now, or check out the next video. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.